All right, on this episode of the RSL Random Fan Podcast, we ramble on about all kinds of stuff. Brennan goes on a rant about the Luna that just can't be missed.
No,
right?
yeah, can't be missed. Not like a penalty.
Oh boy, we make penalties and we miss them. It's a tale of two games, Brandt.
Yeah. I wonder where I've heard that before.
I hate that so much.
Cabral saves our bacon until he can't, and all kinds of other great things on this episode, the RSL Random Fan Podcast. All right, let's get started.
Oh, it was
finally.
Quinton. That's the only
Let's
one I
get
missed.
started with the lineup for RSL versus Club America, Los Aguilas, the Eagles, the juggernaut from Mexico, everyone's favorite team.
Everyone's favorite team in Utah. They had a ton of fans show up to the game.
Yeah, that was impressive.
A ton. Yeah, in fact, I read an article that said that Club America has a whole supporter group in Salt Lake, and they're one of the biggest in all of North America.
Well, they had a nice big banner up the side of the stadium.
Yeah, they brought it. We'll just say there was probably more fans there for them than for us.
Yeah, I don't want to cast aspersions or anything, but it looked like La Barra Real was there, but maybe in a different section. maybe in a different color.
Yeah.
There were
part of them were not there.
Yeah, there were a couple of guys in the booth that may have been a little bit more excited.
That's weird, right?
When America was scoring.
I don't understand that. But hey,
it's everybody.
Other people will do, and that's good. Good
Happy for them that the team they love was here in Utah, and just glad they were there to support RSL regardless. So let's look at the starting lineup for Real Salt Lake against Los Aguilas. Cabral was in goal, and then we had Caliscan. Excuse me, Quinton.
You're gonna have to edit that out.
Junqua, Gonzalez, Ruiz, Anelli, Luna, Gozo, and Gada on the bench. Hidalgo, Heda, Russell. Wolf was back. He's back from injury.
Big T.
Vera, Kirk Vliet, and the backup keeper. Catranis, Markchuk, Barea, Kobe Henry, and Ariath Piol. That's your bench. So thoughts on the game? Let's get started.
Well, my first kind of worry there was Ruiz, which he ended up playing really well. So I ended up kind of eating my words, and I'm kind of flipped on him now. I think Ruiz is balling out.
Yeah, we're seeing pre-injury Ruiz.
Yeah, he's not making weird touches. Every now and then he'll miss a pass, but that's just soccer, right?
Right.
I think he's kicked off most of that rust.
Yeah, it's really nice because now we have Ojeda, Anelli, and Ruiz. And
they're all playing well.
Yeah, that's a nice trio to work around.
Yep.
Because they all bring different things. Ruiz, I think he's just a little bit more offensive, a little bit forward-minded.
And he's better in corners.
See, I used to think the same thing, but I think it's just because he can shoot that we think he's offensive. But his position on the field, he is defensive-minded.
Yeah.
He does not want to move forward unless the ball is near the box.
But also he takes our corners, and I think he has a better delivery than just about anybody else.
Yeah, and I think in this game he did take a crack that kind of went right off of a defender. That was hopeful, but I want to see more of his shots go in.
Yeah, get a couple distance shots.
Mm-hmm.
And early on, I was really surprised with how well RSL played, started the game. I wasn't. I was really curious to see what would happen, especially with a large crowd. And you brought up the crowd. I thought it felt like
it was like a sellout, right? It was like
it was
20,000 plus.
There was an energy there that was kind of. I thought it was kind of different. It was a little bit different than like a playoff game. There was just something.
Well, it's like half the stadium was cheering for the other team, which is weird. I get it. I almost hate it,
Dude, you
but
hate
I kind of
it.
like it.
Don't say you almost hate it. Like that's the first thing you bring up.
I do hate it. I hate it as a Real fan. I hate it because my team, my heart, my city, my state, my team get out of our stadium. But at the same time, if we want soccer to grow here, we kind of have to have stuff like this happen. So I love it. From where I was sitting in the box. If I would have been in the supporter section like I was in the San Luis game, I would have hated it. I'd have been like, let's cheer louder. But yeah, that's kind of what ended up happening. our supporter section really got after it. They were loud.
Yeah, there's a great performance by our supporter section.
Yeah.
In that game.
It really juvenized all the Real fans in the stadium, I thought.
Rejuvenated?
Rejuvenated?
Invigorated.
Enslaving and stupenated? I don't know.
Yeah.
Some word that got everybody on their
was,
feet and moving.
But
whatever word that is.
It felt more like an international.
Yeah.
Like an international, like one kind of feeling when you get when the U.S. plays somebody.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like there was a lot of venom. I guess there was some fisticuffs after the game a few places.
Oh, there really?
Yeah, somewhere.
Wow.
But
in the stadium or on the field?
In the stadium.
Oh, okay.
Or after the game somewhere. Handbags and punches thrown. I didn't see it. I just was talking to some of the fans, and before the San Luis game, they were saying, "Oh, yeah, there was something going on," but
yeah,
it didn't sound serious.
I had a friend I talked to whose wife stepped out of the way of some dude who went and tried to punch somebody else, and then they kind of grabbed each other and rolled around on the ground a couple times.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see, because when that good of a team comes in. And you get that whole different culture that comes in that's like really into football, and you see how little we love football in comparison. Like, they are ride or die, that team, fully. Like,
I hate to agree with you.
RSL loses, we still go on about our day. Like, Club America, they lose, it ruins
They're
their
sad for a whole week.
Yeah.
They riot.
Yeah,
so beat up the other team.
It's kind of nice to see that amount of fire. Like, it's like, oh man, if we could ever get our culture over here to love football that much, that would be an incredible experience as a fan going into the game.
So yeah, I enjoyed the experience.
Great.
And then also, let's talk about the first little bit. What's been the biggest bugaboo for Real Salt Lake all season long?
The refs?
Brian Ojeda not scoring enough. You know?
He's
not scoring enough.
The refs? I like to blame the refs.
Yeah,
what?
the refs.
We're blaming the refs?
The refs don't have a nose for goal. They just don't have that finishing
They haven't
touch.
scored any goals.
No. So you bring that up. That's actually a really good point for these next two games we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
It's a whole different reffing, right? It's not the ref. It's not the same.
I think they could be pro refs, but they also could be.
They're like a different organization, right?
CONCACAF.
Still under FIFA and all that stuff, but it's a different organization.
Correct.
They will seriously let a game go. They will let it just play.
Yeah.
And when we were watching the Club America, it was kind of like there was a couple of times where the challenges is like, dude, you gotta just blow the whistle once, and let it go. Because when was the first yellow card in this game? It was.
Well, in this game, it was earlier on.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking San Luis.
Do you have that up? Yeah, the San Luis game was in the 90th minute.
Yeah, there was a descent and then the other one at the end.
Yeah, way out there.
But you saw that there was a lot of physicality, and it kind of was nice in a sense. Like, at first I kind of hated it, but then when I thought of it as the entire game, it made it get rid of what I thought of Mexican soccer back in the day, where everybody is doing a Neymar roll after the faintest touch.
They just roll.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice way to stop that from happening. I mean, there was still some blatant okay, come on, get up. But
there were 3 yellows in the first half. Reyes for America in the 35th minute, and then Luna got one. He's been kind of chippy since he's been
right after the goal. He was not happy about how the ref asked the wall to move before the goal. And right as the guy was taking the kick, Brian Rodriguez came up and smashed that ball. And dang, bro, that was a great shot. I hate to, but if they're gonna score on us, it might as well be something cool. And that was really cool.
And could probably even could have stopped that too. Which is crazy.
Rodriguez is like a Mexican international. He's a top shelf player, and he struggled at times against us. So
what is Pablo doing? Because it seems like we take all these big teams that come to RSL and we limit them. We heavily limit them. It still looks like they can kind of take us apart, but we're not allowing them to do what makes them amazing. Because Club America, you see some of their games, they are dynamic. They're passing, what are they? The not backward runs. What am I thinking of?
Backdoor.
Sorry.
Backdoor runs. Sorry.
Line breaking runs?
Yeah. No. The backdoor stuff. And you just see them. They're very intricate, and they have a variety to them that's very dangerous. But in this game, it was kind of when are they going to score? Like, they should be scoring way more, but we're just like, I don't know
With
if
the
it's,
level of talent they had, is that kind of
yeah,
what you're
like
saying?
it kind of felt like, wow, why are we the first ones to score?
Yeah.
Which was really, really nice to see. And I don't know.
It's almost like we should have scored before that, though, right?
How many times? Gee,
Well,
seriously.
yeah, and I have a thing that grinds my gears. That really
All right,
bugs me.
Let's go we're jumping right to grind my gears.
Diego Luna.
What?
Ooh. Oh.
I
Hot
love,
take.
I love
Hot
him.
take.
I love him. I love him. Man.
Okay.
But
And?
I don't like Diego Ego Luna. This whole, like, I need to be on the ball. I need to have more time on the ball. Nah. Like, that's not what got you there. What got you there wasn't holding on to the ball, doing all this stuff. What got you the ball was working with your team and being in the right place. And ever since he came back from his international duty, he has been, he got a goal in this game. I mean, it was good for him to follow up. Agata was able to kind of get the ball from the goalie. But that was a weird one. But overall, I feel like Luna is losing the plot a little bit on what makes him very effective. In this game and then also the next game, he just holds on to the ball when if he was still thinking about the way he was before, when it was all about the hard work, it was all about
Team first.
work on my offense and my defense, all that, he would have so many more goals. But recently, he's kind of ball hogging in a sense, not all the time, but in crucial moments that I don't enjoy.
Yeah, in fact, we kind of ran this game back and watched it 3 or 4 instances where if he would have laid the ball off, it looked like there was just a tap in to be had.
Yeah,
right?
later in the game when he has Agata as an option that's dropped back because their defender pulled in,
Yeah.
and then Gozo's coming off the wing, fully
Yeah.
unmarked.
Yeah. And, even on the goal he got, it was like
Agata probably could have scored that.
yeah. So, couple things. So, Diogo steps in and wins the ball, pokes it towards goal, and Agata makes a run. Now, if he takes that first time, I think he scores, and I think it's done.
Yeah.
And he had already had a chance like that before this setup, but he takes that touch, which is fine because you're taught as a young kid to take a touch and then have a shot, right? So you want to take that first touch and have your shot. That's comfortable. That's automatic, right? Well, he takes the touch and he's coming across the goal, and Malagron comes out and he's right in the way of the shot. So all you have to do is take another little baby touch, and Diogo's really good at this. Diogo's probably the best on our team at taking that next little baby touch just to change his angle. He did it in the Portland game, and that's why we beat him up there, right?
Yeah.
He took that other little baby touch, and the goalie had to reset his feet and stuff. And that would have happened here, but Agata didn't do that. He just took the shot with Malagron right in the way of almost the whole goal. And I was like, when you're seeing it from way up in the stand and way away, it's super easy to go take that next touch. But if he doesn't take a look over his shoulder and see that there's nobody there so he can take that next touch, he doesn't want to lose the ball, doesn't want to lose the opportunity, so he rushes the shot a little bit. It's something that young players do a lot. Diego's doing it right now. He's a young player. Gozo does it all the time. He rushes his shot when he doesn't have to. But it's one of those hardest things to do. You're in a pro game. You're going 100 miles an hour as fast as you can, and you're supposed to take a slow down touch and for your shot, right, to make sure that it's on frame and all those things. And you're playing at 1,000,000 miles an hour, so it's ridiculously hard to do. Obviously, I can't do it. I'm nowhere near that level, never have been. But it is a hard thing for players to learn, and they're kind of going through this process. So Agata takes that touch and just kind of hits it, and it falls into Malagron's armpit, right? And I can't remember if it was Luna or
No, it's Agata. He just steps over him and pushes the ball with his foot.
Out. Yeah, popped it away from him. And then Diego shoots it, and their defender slides in and blocks it, but couldn't get much on it and just popped right back out. And then it was a tap in. But by then, Diego was the only one on the field still running.
Well, he's the only one that needed to. There's no point for the other ones.
And Brandt made a cool observation.
Yes, I did. And it was
that the goal was essentially created out of pure hustle by our DP, our striker, and Diego Luna. The three of them were just hustling out of their minds to make that play happen. Remember when you said that?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay.
That's very.
I mean, I was sitting by
astute.
Brandt
Very
during
astute.
the
Yeah,
game.
astute,
So,
prescient, yeah.
it was
that's
really
incredible.
insightful. Way
No,
to
I
go.
do remember. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
It was a hustle goal.
Yep, hustle goal.
Then that's talking about Agata. Because I agree with Brennan for the most part on Luna. I think he's been a different player since he's come back. And I don't know why that is, but I think maybe he's
Not in a positive way?
No, I
There-
think
there is-
negative or
there's
positive?
positive in it. There's still
Because
positive.
he's got
Yeah.
confidence, right?
Yeah. Well, I think if I'm Diego and I'm trying to get in his head and thinking about it, he's the only one scoring goals. He's trying to take the team on his back, and he's trying to show that he's a leader and he can do this. And he's just not making the right. He's making fewer great decisions than he was before he left, and I think it's part of that is because he does want to be more effective and be that leader. And it's just not working out for, it's hard to cast aspersions when nobody can score on this team.
Yeah, it's not working out right now. So that doesn't mean he's not going to be able to figure it out later.
No, he's still a great player, and it's interesting watching him try and take that next step, which he needs to do.
Yeah.
If he wants to find some spot in Europe or somewhere else to play, Mexico, wherever he wants to go. But he's super talented, and he's just like figuring things out, and it's just been different since he's been back.
And to be fair, like we've scored 2 goals against Club America, probably the best team in the region, and then against San Luis, 2 goals as well. One under extreme pressure, right? We were down, the game was late, right? All that stuff going on. So we're scoring goals, and we're not giving up a ton of goals, but we're not really goal differentialing. You know what I mean? Like I like.
Can I
so
say
much.
something about that?
Yeah.
We need to start realizing that RSL comes in sections. So RSL has a preseason and then a beginning of season, and then it has a spring fling, and then it has this oh crap, it's summer, and then it has
Dang
this
it,
summer, and then it has this what did we do about this summer, almost fall. Then we have fall.
I know what you did last summer.
And then we have fall where it's
know
like,
what you
hey,
didn't do, so.
this is great. And then we have, oh crap, it's winter. Why didn't we do more in the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah.
And so this section of RSL is the RSL that is capable. This is the RSL that is scoring goals. This is the RSL that is being really, really good on defense. It's one that the pivots are pivoting the way they need to pivot, and it's really the right RSL. The next RSL is going to be, hey, what's our summer transfer window? Is that the right fit? Whatever. But I think we need to stop talking about how, we don't score that many goals. It's like, okay, great.
Yeah, we're doing
didn't.
okay. Yeah.
We didn't.
But we have.
But we are going to now.
Yeah.
Okay, we will see how that goes. I think we
Go RSL.
Big thumbs up there.
the frustrating part is they create a lot of opportunity,
Correct.
and if there were
Okay. This is good. Tell me this.
they create a lot of opportunity,
Yeah.
but they don't have anybody to capitalize on those opportunities.
That's true. Now
That's the frustrating part.
let's look at a different book. Let's go across the pond to what we call the Premier League.
Oh boy.
The league of all premier.
Got to be
The
careful when we're
premierest,
going
the prettiest league in
over
the world.
there
Is it
and
the first
comparing
league?
No,
us to
no,
them.
you take that and you take their star player who is what? Over 80 million? Yeah?
Who?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you could
Pick
do
one.
anybody.
Mo Salah?
Mo Salah. You can pick Son. You can pick Mbomo, who just got Holland. Yeah, pick Holland. He's
Pick Holland.
He's the most
Okay.
expensive person, right?
Sure.
So now, if you watch a Premier League game,
Yeah.
why is it not 10-5?
Because the rest of the competition is also at the same level.
Weird. So
Their defenders are real good.
So
yeah.
we don't have we it's similar. We are getting opportunities the same amount as Premier League teams are. It's not like because we have so many opportunities we should be scoring more. It's like no, our offense is effective enough to give us the possibility of scoring more, which is every soccer team in the world
Well,
at the high level.
I'm going to have to disagree just a little bit and go to the scoreboard.
Scoreboard.
No,
Scoreboard,
see, that's what I'm saying.
RSL has 20.
For the year. You're going
26 goals.
on
26 goals.
24
That's
games.
great.
In Major League Soccer.
And in
They've
the
had-
West, that's
they've had 4.
second to last.
Okay.
They've had 4 in this league's tournament. So they're at 30, and they've also given up
Sorry, third to last.
34 goals, right? 2-2.
Yeah.
2-2.
Yeah, and Austin and St. Louis have both scored less goals than us.
Right. Okay. Who was our right back before 5 games ago?
Our center defensive midfield fourth string. Caliscan.
What type of attacking did we have for our number 9?
A backup from a backup that wasn't getting playing time that transferred over.
And what did we allow him to do?
And a kid from Australia who doesn't know soccer all that well.
Yeah.
Didn't grow up. I mean, he grew up playing it, but not at the same level that a kid growing up in England or even in the States would.
And so, yes,
But they're coming along.
We didn't do well at the beginning of the season, but that's a different RSL team,
Yeah.
right? And so you have to compartmentalize this. Like, this is a whole new RSL that's got revamped,
Uh-huh.
and it's mid-season. You know what I mean? It's like getting an oil change.
Yeah. And one of the concerns with adding Rowan Cruz, are we saving that to halftime?
Why
Am
do
I-
you do that?
am
Dude,
I
just say it.
spoiler?
You know what?
We're
this is
all
what-
spoiler.
If there's anything new, we're just going to have you say it. So you don't need to randomly, accidentally say it. Just,
I'm trying to not say it.
Yeah, dude, just say
All right,
it.
So Rowan Cruz, we're going to add him, and we're adding Zambrano, and Zambrano's probably going to be
backup.
competing with Piol and Agata for the second or third striker spot.
Really?
Zambrano. But I think
Zambrano's?
Rowan Cruz is our starting number 9
Well, he has
right
to be.
away.
I mean, that guy's getting paid, what, 6-8 million?
Yeah,
He's getting loaned to us?
he's our DP. So I think they're going to give him every opportunity to succeed here. With that being said, every time you bring in a new player, the dynamics of the team change. And so we have to be careful about our expectations about adding a number 9 and that things are all of a sudden going to just magically get better because everything changes. The press changes.
Well, yeah,
you know.
that definitely, because right now what's made us successful was allowing that hold-up play from our number 9 to allow the wings to come in. And if we actually get a true number 9 who is attacking, now our wings have more to do, you know, and now especially the number 10. And who's going to play in the number 10? Because it's either Diogo or Diego, and we usually play both of them at the same time. And we just go off the left.
And since we're just all over the place, because it's fair because Leagues Cup, they change the format every year. So
yeah. And it's crazy this year.
And we can
which
just go
we'll get
everywhere.
to at halftime.
Yeah, if we ever get to halftime.
Is it halftime? Let's go to halftime.
No, we got to finish the
we
game
won.
first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We won.
No, I'm just going to say I've been thinking about Diego and Diogo, and that's one of the things that I think Diogo was better when Diego wasn't around. He kind of came into the game because I think they try and unintentionally or subconsciously they end up in the same spot all the time.
Yeah,
they want to
interesting,
occupy the same universe, and
Is that good or bad?
That's interesting.
Because at times it leaves whole parts of the field vacant.
Yeah, Brennan was pointing that out when we talked about the San Luis game about how the left side just couldn't connect because Agata was sucking to the middle. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's one of the things that I've been thinking
I was
about.
telling him a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
It was
I
great.
learned a lot. And so, but when it comes to Rowan, he has to start. I mean, if you're going to start Diogo, who, if he wasn't getting paid what he's getting paid,
He probably wouldn't.
He probably
would have lost his spot.
he
But
would
he
be
got
getting,
it back.
He would be getting Pablo'd pretty hard, and he'd be there with Hidalgo, practicing at halftime.
Oh, my gosh, man.
So, first half. Let's talk about the
Second goal.
Club America game. We talked about our first goal. Let's talk about their first goal. Which was kind of interesting because there was kind of a dumb foul. If I remember right.
Maybe not a foul.
No. Oh, yeah. The one that got him the kick, there was nothing to that.
And he just threw himself down, and the ref was like, "Yep."
And it was interesting
Like,
too.
I don't think so.
They go and I'll let you describe the goal because you're our describer.
Yeah.
and our newsbreaker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. These
These
are breaking news.
Breaking news. It was interesting that while they were setting up, the ref blows the whistle and he's telling everybody. Then he continues to talk to people, and kind of
That ref was weird.
And
He was weird in a different way than the second ref, but the first ref was like talking constantly. instead of like, okay, shut up and play. You know what I mean? Like, you would think that he would be that way a little bit more, but he was so talkative. And again, that's why Luna was pissed, is because he was talking to the wall as the guy was approaching to kick the ball. Anyway.
And Cabral still got his hand on it, but it was a beautiful strike.
Right in the corner.
And that's how you beat Cabral.
Yeah.
You don't beat Cabral with cheap shots.
No, you're not going to poke something wussy past him. You got to really be on your game to get the ball past him.
Yeah, and that's, at least this season, he's proved that you have to beat him.
Yeah.
Which is great, and that's what you want.
And to be honest, that was a cool goal. Like,
Yeah.
that guy hit it from way out, really hard, right in the corner. And again, if you have to give up a goal, which you don't have to, but, you know, if you're going to give up goals, at least make them be cool. So you can be like, wow, that was cool.
And maybe, who knows, maybe if that split second of distraction was enough, because Cabral got his hand on it.
Yeah.
So it's
Cabral gets his hands on anything. It's surprising he isn't, like, in jail or something, dude. That guy's got the fingerprints on, like, everyone. Dude, he walks down, and all of a sudden you, like, flip this up, and you're like, oh, my gosh, Cabral has been there. Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
I don't think we have to worry about NDAs with Rafael Cabral.
He's like the guy from Mr. Deeds. He's like, I'm very, very sneaky, sir.
Oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden he shows up right behind him.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's Cabral.
Ah.
We were interviewing players earlier in the season. They were asking about, somebody got talking about carpooling, and one of the guys, nobody wants to ride with Rafa because he's always playing gospel music. So he is very passionate about the RSL. They did a great 2-part article on him and his
That's pretty cool.
his passion for the game, and also his personal beliefs and his spirituality. So it's pretty cool. So I don't think you have to worry about, you know, if he's putting a hand on you, it's for good reasons.
Hopefully.
It's one of those.
Oh, yeah. So
the second goal for RSL, I think it was really cool because we were pushing right towards the end of the half. And I turned to Brandt and I said, Brandt, we've got to get a goal before the halftime. Okay, I didn't say it like that, but I was like, dude, it'd be cool if we scored before half, right? And then Bodie Hidalgo comes through in the end.
for once.
What did he do?
Wait, what?
He was the one who sent it in. Right?
Anyway, so ball gets kicked around, gets recycled, gets played back, gets knocked in again. I'm like, play it early. I think it was Caliscan, though.
Caliscan sent the ball into the box. He got a header off the cross.
Yep. And Bodie, I just want to give all the credit to Bodie. He came in the second half. Gozo crashed after the header. So the ball got headed in, and Willie, he's pretty good on those headers when we get it to him. He's not going to go get it as much, but if you play it to him, he's pretty good at heading it straight forward.
This is all him, though. That ball was not that great. It was
no.
like slightly behind him, and he had to really flick with that noggin of his.
Right, and it was to him. He didn't have to go really far, but he got it, and he got all of it. And he put it right in the corner, hit the crossbar, went down, crossed the line, popped out, but nobody could tell if it went in or not, so Gozo followed up and kicked it in after Mulligan came out again. And good finish by Gozo, but better finish by Agata where it actually counted. So
and I will
Agata got the goal.
I like Agata, but I just don't know if he's a fit for this club. And maybe I mentioned this to you guys before too. Is I think he would be great if he's like the second or third option. He does better when he's
when him and Piol are both out there.
Well, and he's a scrambler. He's a poacher. His goals come in the middle of the box where he's heading the ball into somebody and it falls down and he's poking it in. He's not dribbling around anybody. And people like to talk about his hold up play too. His touch is terrible. His first touch is terrible, but he's a big enough body that it's hard to get around him. But I don't think that's really where he needs to be. He needs to be that guy crashing the box after a shot's been made, and he's going to clean up. But he's not going to be you can't rely on him to be your creator and
your flair guy.
Your flair guy, your hold up, turn and take a few touches and take a strike on goal. He's just not. That's just not him.
That's not really his game. He might do that once or twice a year, but
no, he needs to be in the mixer, and he's got a magnet for the ball there, and that's where
He's got a toe for goal.
So it's 2-1. RSL goes into halftime leading, and
Just right out of the gate, Caliscan comes in, takes a tiny bump, and then subs out. And Bodie comes in. And we're like, okay, we're going to win now.
I never.
were like,
No. So that's so funny. When he
now we're
came
going
out,
to win.
I never once in my entire life thought that I would say, damn, Caliscan is out.
yeah,
I know, right?
And like now I'm like,
And
dude,
you're like, oh, Caliscan.
do I need to be friends with Caliscan? Because this guy, oh my gosh.
Well, I'm friends with him now. We're best buddies.
Really?
Yeah. I ran into him before the game.
Yeah. And?
Walk into the thing, and he was waiting for a ride because he wasn't playing on Saturday, and he's not seriously injured. He's just got a
Knock.
Yeah, he's just
the
waiting on
quad issue just kind of tightened up on him, and he seemed to be in good spirits. And he really likes playing right back.
Tell him what you gave him, though.
Oh, I gave him a sticker.
You did? You gave him a sticker? By the
Yeah.
way, if anybody wants a sticker, hit us up on the socials. We will give you a sticker. Meet you before the game.
I just imagine you walking in with your little beret thing.
Hey,
that
bro,
you
I
wear,
got an orange
and you're
slice for you.
Hey, Caliscan, how you doing, man? Things crazy?
well,
oh,
what's
hey,
up?
well, before you go, here's an orange slice.
I didn't give him that one. He didn't play.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true.
So you
I
didn't
could
give him
get-
an orange slice?
No, he was just standing there, and I thought, what, is that Caliscan?
Yeah.
And I said, Noel? And he goes, yeah. And then I gave him, he's not playing, and I asked him about his injury, and he said, yeah, he's come along. I don't think he'll play. I would be surprised if he played.
Wednesday? Well, he doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to play on Wednesday. I don't think he's going to play. I wouldn't play him on Wednesday. Maybe they will. And just get him ready for Sunday in New York when they play the Red Bull. But I just gave him, I just had him because I've been giving him out like candy. He's like, here you go. He goes, what's this? And I says, Random Fan Podcast. And he goes, should I listen? I think he's like,
Dude, yeah, we're Caliscan
And
lovers.
I go, yeah. I told him, I was like, you're one of our favorite players. And he was like, what? Really?
dude.
I told him, yeah, because we can't thank you enough because we haven't talked about the right back for weeks,
Right?
And
Just don't go too far back. Like his first couple games, we're like, what are we doing with Caliscan at right back? But we repented of our ways. He proved us wrong. I love that.
we
Love
have
it.
nothing but great things to say about the guy, especially the way he kind of took that and made us eat our words if we were a little.
And honestly, Bodie came on with a little bit of confidence. He came in and played really well. I thought it was interesting in the second half, Club America players like crossing each other up, running into each other. Did you see that one where they came in, like the ball was in the box and two Club America players ran into each other?
Oh yeah,
Like they both called each other off and then both
That was
hit
in
it
the
and
box,
like the
right?
ball, and the ball just skied over the goal and they were both looking at each other like, "Come on, man, that was mine."
Oh, and then they clashed heads,
Yeah,
and then the one guy went to go swimming.
yeah. So
Zuniga.
the first guy, if you scroll
Aguirre.
just a touch,
Aguirre.
oh, the other way's up. Yeah, right there. Linchnowski. He's Chilean. You wouldn't think so with that last name.
Lichnowsky.
And he doesn't look Chilean either, dude.
No,
He's got
he
a
looks
face
Polish.
to him.
But he's got a Polish last name, but he plays with the Chilean national team. Anyway, he probably deserved a second yellow a couple times in this game.
Oh, yeah.
And he got it in the next game against Minnesota.
He got two?
He got 2 yellows.
Yeah, dude,
He
he's
got
a
sent
center
off.
back, right? He was
Yeah,
their center back.
He was the big tall guy.
That guy was taking risks.
Yeah.
He was pissing me off.
Yeah, he smashed a couple of Minnesota players and
No way.
earned both those yellows. Yeah, that was cool. Anyway, so
Yeah, so they had the injury, and the one guy had the blonde guy. I think it was Zuniga, Aguirre.
Yeah, the platinum guy.
Aguirre. Yeah.
Aguirre. He had the swimming cap on, which I thought was.
Oh, I know. They made him put him on because he's thinking he's going to stay. And then they're like, no, we're pulling you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
That was
then he got
interesting,
subbed out, and they made some subs. Zuniga came in, Martin came in, Sanchez came in, and I thought their subs, especially the ones Sanchez, I thought had an impact in the 80th minute. Because America just kept putting the pressure on, and the atmosphere in the stadium just became electric.
Yeah, I thought we escaped with probably a few cards could have been issued to us in the second half. for a few dangerous plays, but they were kind of 50-50, and like you said, the ref wasn't handing out yellows left and right. He was just way easy on them.
And I thought the Piol for Luna and the Vera for Gonzalez, I thought those were interesting.
It was kind of a strange move in the 90th minute.
They were smart because they pushed Hidalgo up, and they allowed Vera to stay back. And then the Piol, we needed that because he's going to be able to counter really well, and he's going to be able to put press on really tired legs.
No, they left Agata up top and put Piol underneath.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And Piol was kind of playing that 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And we asked Pablo about it in the post game, and he said, yeah, Piol was kind of coming in as that 10 to hopefully get a ball through up to Agata to spring something over the top, but also cover a ton of ground. Because Piol does cover a ton of ground on defense.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was back, made a couple defensive saves
except for when we needed it.
Yeah, so then we take it all the way to the 96th plus minute, and there were 7 minutes of stoppage time, so no controversy there. But seriously, I pulled out my phone and I started videoing the last play of the game because I thought the ref's going to call it after this, and I just want to video it. And I just recorded the last goal, which was so sad. Which, Glad had position on the striker, so he laid it back, and, it was just one of those knock it around. They played it around again. They tried to knock it into the striker again. He played it back again, and this time he laid it off perfect to Sanchez, who just one-timed it right into the corner. And
RSL,
quite a strike,
Piol was a little late, but you could see he was trying to get there.
Yeah.
But this maybe comes with a little more experience as young players.
Yeah.
The urgency, it really went from RSL having a
win.
Well, just like a season-defining win to almost a really kind of a disappointment that they gave that last goal up, and you were thinking, oh man, then they're gonna get to penalty kicks and they're gonna lose that, but that wasn't the case.
Well, no, it should have been 4-1 or 3-1 before the 90th minute.
There were 3 or 4 chances we should have just had tap-ins. Diego broke away, and instead of laying it off, he
toe pokes it straight ahead of him, and then you also have Agata trying to come in through the box, totally whiffing that one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that cross.
That was beautiful for him.
Yeah, Luna laid it off, and the time he did lay it off, he shanked it. So the next time, Luna's like, "Oh, I got to do this myself."
But Agata's wide open,
then
and Gozo's even more open.
And it's like, ugh.
Bro.
It's kind of the story of the season. If we had a few more people that were comfortable in front of goal, I think it might be a little different. But the exciting thing, I think the PKs were amazing. Cabral has just taken the. He's probably he should be
4 penalties. He touched all 4 and blocked 3 of them.
Yeah,
pretty amazing too.
Yeah, it was the atmosphere in the stadium was amazing, and they weren't necessarily bad PKs. He read them, which direction they were going, and RSL to their
chagrin,
to their credit.
Oh, okay.
Had some great PKs. Ruiz came up. Glad had a nice one. He got him going the other way and just kind of.
And do you know what? In hindsight, maybe we should have our center backs take the PKs at first. That'd probably be better.
At least this game.
Yeah, this game.
Yeah.
And then Brian Vera stepped up, and that was quite the show he put on. He just slowly walks up there, puts the ball down, sets up, and then just.
Hammer smash.
Puts the laser through the back of the net.
I was gonna ask Pablo this question in the post game. You have Glad as a center back and you have Vera as a center back, and mainly talking about the following game, there was an instance where you see the difference in the effort, like visual effort. You see Glad, when he's trying hard. You can see it. You can see the hustle. You can see him like paying attention to everything. He's kind of all there.
Yeah.
And then you go to Vera and you have this whole different bravado, like cadence, to where it's almost like he's far too relaxed, even though the situation around him can make people like feel pressure on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And he just kind of stays cool. But is Vera on the border of him just being cool in the moments,
cool,
or not, or is he just not willing to gain that much extra effort? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think
In some situations,
and it seems like him and Quentin are a little more in sync. They're kind of the same intensity, and
they're similar in what they like. Their body language shows.
Yeah, and I think when Vera goes like all intensity, like he kind of loses his mind.
Yeah,
and so he has to go back, tuck his shirt in, and remember, right? Oh yeah, this isn't a fight. This is a soccer game. You know what I mean?
And everybody handles their nerves differently.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you watch tennis, Roger Federer looked like he was never in any pressure when he played, but he was always under pressure.
Yeah. Or John McEnroe, and he's throwing stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, that's what I wanted to bring up the question to him. I was like, hey, is this like him actually? Like, is this how he handles the pressure, or is this him like kind of taking it easy? Which I didn't want to see.
I don't think it is for the most part. I think Vera's one of those players that the
cool
more
operator.
pressure it is, the more calm he is, the more annoys the other team. But his penalty kick is one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. So RSL gets the extra point. They're 2 points,
and it looked good.
Yeah, and it's like, man, we could do something. But, yeah. So let's, should we go to halftime?
Let's go to halftime.
All right. Halftime. Since we're talking about halftime, I just want to say we've been out and about before the games in the stadium, but a lot of time down in the supporter section, the parking lot. We've had some great interviews, talking to fans and giving out stickers, and appreciate those that listen and those that tell us why they don't listen. That's much appreciated too.
Really? You got a lot of people that said they don't.
No, I
listen.
had one.
Oh. He didn't like me.
I've had actually.
Sounds fair.
No, yeah. Well, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But that was the best part. I was like, yeah. As long as it's Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like Tyler, it's understandable.
No, it's tough. And it was great feedback. And he says, well, I'll give you guys another shot. So hopefully he's listening. But, yeah, it's been a great time. We've had some great interviews, putting those up all over wherever we have social media. So follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram, X, Facebook, wherever
Who still has a
YouTube.
Facebook, man? Who still has a Facebook?
I think there's a lot of people.
I think
probably the people in our demographic.
Yeah, don't make fun of too much Facebook here.
But yeah, and especially YouTube. We'd love to see more people
listen.
Get used to our faces.
Yeah, subscribe to YouTube.
Stop us or stop him, so he gives you a stick.
I try to be encouraging. They're like, oh no, I don't want to go on. I got a face for radio or whatever, and I'm just like, hey, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
look at us. It's not like we're.
I mean, but hey,
nobody cares.
We're getting rid of soda, so that's gonna
I'll
slim
be
down a bit.
slim and trim before you know it.
Yeah, man. Hey, you got the same looks as me, baby.
I'm okay.
Drinking the water. Good job, man. Good job.
Yeah.
You did it. Way to go.
Magna water is delicious, but I can tell that there's nobody cares. I mean, just.
Stop by and chat with us.
It's like I used to be really self-conscious about it, but I figured out there's at least 3 people uglier than me on the internet, so who cares?
And one of them sits right next to you.
Yeah, so we've got it down. We have got it down. So, yeah, so thanks. We're giving out a lot of stickers, and if you do join us, I give out a sticker, and then if you do the interview, you get the orange slice.
Oh, yeah.
So your incentive. So, orange slices, since we're talking about that, who are you going to give yours out for the America game, Brennan?
Oh, dude.
I'll go first. Justin Glad. Justin Glad was balling out all game against international talent, kicking butt, taking names, organizing everybody. Jay Glad, amazing game. Didn't put a foot wrong in that game. Beautiful. Good job, Jay Glad.
I know you're going to give yours to Cabral.
Yeah, I was trying to think who else was besides Cabral, because he was the man of the match. I mean,
right. I want to give mine to Gozo.
Nice.
I want to give mine to Gozo because it seems like when Pablo goes, okay, this is our formation, Gozo, you're going to be here.
Ish.
When Gozo looks where Pablo points, he thinks he's just pointing to the field because he will go anywhere, anytime, in every position. And I was telling you this in the last game. I was like, dude, I love, because he's still kind of that newer player. He's kind of he's in everybody's business, and it's allowed. But when you start getting more experience, they get rid of that. They stop doing that unless they're really, really, really pissed. But it absolutely changes the entire game in our favor every time he gets onto somebody with the ball and just gets in his business.
Yeah.
And I think it was this game or the last game.
It's like almost every game where he gets in people's face.
Well, no, he's been barking at people. Like, he's been going like this, what? Let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this kid is from West Valley too. Like,
bro.
I love this.
He's got a little West Valley in him.
Oh, man.
I love it.
Yeah, he reminds me. He's all over the place. Like, you look up, wasn't he just over here? And then he's down in the corner defending, and it's like, man,
he makes up for so much crap.
But wait, you played with a guy like this who's all over the field, but then he never got back to his actual position, and then we got beat that way. But Gozo always gets back to his position. I think that's why he loves it. But you never played with Bodie Hidalgo. You're a little too old for him. But Gozo gets back. He doesn't only get forward and get around and hustle around, but then he also hustles back to his defensive responsibility.
The thing that
you don't want to be that guy.
The thing that popped into my head is it's like I played basketball. I wasn't any good, but I loved playing it. And it was always that one person that showed up that never played before, and
they got things done.
Well, they didn't get anything done except for get in your way and just run around right next to you the whole game and just
bug you and it threw you off your game. It threw
like, oh man.
See, but
don't you want to go shoot the ball?
But yeah, Gozo is doing everything correct in my opinion. Like he knows he's playing the things that are, I guess, glossed over. You know, he's going in for more detail, I guess. It's hard to explain because, like, when I think about it, I just think about, like, how I play or if I do this or that. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard to, like, put into words. But he is doing more where most people would take a break or a lull in play.
And he's very passionate about it. You can see the passion when he's like, oh, he was so close. I had just close to, And you can just see his frustration in himself because he knows he's capable of doing it and getting these goals against these top competition. And he knows it's going to come, but, man,
such a good player.
Such a cool addition to this team.
See, I want him for another year if we can.
Yeah, I would like him to stick around too. I think Luna would be good to stick around too. But I would give it to Cabral. But if I was to give it to somebody else, maybe Ruiz. I thought Ruiz played.
Ruiz did have a stand-up game.
There was a lot of people that deserve some more slices.
And he hit his penalty.
Speaking of Leagues Cup, it is an interesting format. 18 clubs from MLS qualify to play the 18 teams in Liga MX. And 3 games in the group stage, and the top 4.
Only the top 4 out of 18
move on. And I kind of like that. I think if they stick with this, maybe they move to 8. Maybe the top 8. Maybe.
But I think they kind of were like, okay, this year let's shorten the playoff part of it.
Yeah.
Right? Let's give everybody 3 games, and we'll do MLS against Mexican teams in all 3. And so Minnesota, us, and Portland all played the same 3 teams. So Portland and Minnesota already played Querétaro, and we're going to play them next. And then Minnesota and Portland are playing San Luis and Club America too. So Portland has won 2 games, and they have 6 points, and so does Seattle. Man, Seattle took it to Cruz Azul.
7 goals in there.
I pulled up the standings when we were watching the last game, and I just turned to my dad and go, like, dude, your team, like, what happened?
Yeah. There was 5 different scorers, too.
No way.
Yeah. It was amazing. They took them apart.
So I kind of like the format because it kind of puts the impetus on scoring.
Emphasis?
And
or
playing.
The emphasis?
The emphasis.
You said impetus.
Impetus?
Impetus? Is that a word?
Yeah, impetus is a word.
What is it about? What is it?
And then Inter Miami has 5 points. And then here's the thing. We can pass all of these teams, but here are the teams that have to not win for us to win and to qualify.
Perfect.
Okay? So just the following teams: New York Red Bulls, Cincinnati, Orlando, Columbus, LA Galaxy, and Minnesota. So if all of those teams lose their 3rd game and we win, we can jump to the top. But we have to, is it goal differential? Or
Goal differential.
Wins? Okay, so if we win and Colorado and New York City tie, then we have more wins than we have the same amount of wins. So then it goes to goal differential. So Colorado and New York City can't win. And New York Red Bulls, Cincinnati, Orlando, Columbus, LA Galaxy, Minnesota all have to lose.
But we also have to score 6 goals to 0.
New York City has a minus
So we're
1
pretty
goal
much out.
differential.
We're pretty
they
much
have
out.
3 points. Colorado has 0 goal differential and 3 points, and we have 0 goal differential and 3 points.
Right, but they both have wins. That's why they're ahead of us.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right, and we don't have a win, so we have to win, and they can't win for us to be in the.
So that's it's doable, but the thing.
So that's only 8 teams that have to not
There's
win
still
for
a
us
chance,
to advance.
though. There's still a chance.
Yeah, there's a Dumb and Dumber chance. A million.
What's a
and
dumb
that,
and dumber chance? What does that mean?
So you're saying there's a chance?
Oh.
Wait, he says, what are the chances of you going out with me? Like 1,000,000 to 1? Oh, so you're saying there is a chance.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's what I'm saying. And the frustrating part is if RSL had just taken the opportunity that was there to beat, not even,
it's in the past.
the San Luis game, we'll jump into that. If they had actually played better against San Luis, and credit to San Luis for playing well or better than us, and if we'd have won that game, we'd have 5 points and we'd be in 4th place.
Well, either game, yeah.
We'd
would be right there with Inter Miami.
We'd be in 4th place with 5 points, and all we have to do would be, I mean, it's still a challenge, not trying to talk down Querétaro, but
they already lost twice, so they're
Yeah.
out, so they don't care.
yeah,
So they're probably playing their
it
kids.
was all right there for RSL to really make
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Coulda,
Yeah.
shoulda, woulda, which is kind of the story of the season. So, anyway, let's jump into the San Luis game. What do you want to talk about there?
So first, I think we need to talk about who San Luis is.
They're a team.
They are
right?
not Club America. Club America has players all over. Everybody on that team was hitting shots from way out. Amazing
they
players. What's that?
You know who they are, though, right?
Who?
Rojos Tiburones.
They're the Sharks.
They are Veracruz.
Red Sharks?
They've
They're from
moved Veracruz. Veracruz was a team I kind of liked or just kind of followed because they Rojos Tiburones. Tiburones Rojos or Rojos Tiburones?
Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
You're American. You can say it either way.
Well, I'd like to say it right. And so
The Red Sharks, though, is what that translates
because
to.
I don't know exactly, but I it's what it kind of sounded like. I have friends that follow or from Mexico, and they were talking about one of the reasons that Mexico doesn't have promotion and relegation
anymore
is because the teams would get relegated, and then the owners of the teams they got
relegated.
Got relegated would buy the team that got promoted. And then it was just all kind of stuff like that.
It was a little shady.
And so I think Veracruz was one of those clubs that kind of got tied up in there. And San Luis, I think they went bankrupt, and then they started a new team, and they've only been around since like 2019 or something. 2013, somewhere there.
And the coach, he talks like this. He has a lisp.
Does he?
And he does not look like
And he's
he is.
redhead and
Yeah,
He's Spanish.
he is
Look like-
from
He's from Spain?
España. That's
Okay.
why the lisp.
well, he had
From
the
España.
Bartha. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the C's.
But it looked like a very nice guy. In the post game, I was trying
Yeah.
to do the Google Translate.
Oh, dude. Okay. This is the funniest thing ever. Okay. So
I just seen
no,
it
no, no.
work.
This is great. Okay. So now you have the main coach come in, right? And so he has his whole posse, right? And they're standing in the back, like the one the tech guy was like, "Hey, you gotta stand behind this line. You're in the shot." And so like he has like 6 professionals standing behind us. Okay.
The coach of San Luis?
San
Yes.
Luis, he's got like his posse, right? So like
Okay.
his all that, and then he has this guy that's like I guess in charge, like our version of Josh now.
Okay.
But they're all standing back there, right? This guy planted front row aisle seat. Okay. He's got his
Brandt.
phone.
You're talking
yeah,
about
Brandt.
Brandt.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
yeah.
guy. He's got his phone on his stand,
On a stick.
on his stick, and it's just sitting there, and it's super high to his face. So it's like literally sitting up this high. And he starts talking, and he was gonna record, but then he's like,
Let's try Google Translate. Let's see if
so
this
he
works.
pulls up Safari, goes to Google Translate, hits record, and so all these like people that speak Spanish that are set like behind him are like looking at each other like, what is he? And he's just like,
I'm just trying to see if it would work. It didn't work very well because
Just holding it up.
But then
I just wanted to see what he was saying. I was really curious to see what he
It's
was saying.
super funny though because he's touching the phone like 6 or 7 times in the middle of it, trying to be like,
It
"Is
just
this actually
stops.
working?" Oh man, it was hilarious.
I
But-
kind of caught along. It was
They have a real distinct style. They
Yeah.
play smash and grab. The team that reminds me most of this team, the San Luis team, is like Sporting Kansas City. Right? Now go with me for a second. What do we hate about Sporting Kansas City?
foul.
They
Russell?
foul,
Oh,
they
sorry.
push, they hack, they're kind of cheap shot artists, right?
Yeah.
That's what San Luis did the whole entire game. They were half and 3/4 fouling the entire game. Every
Yes.
time somebody run by, they'd stick their elbow out and shove them. Every time so-and-so did this, they'd kick them just enough.
Well, that's
bump
because
'em,
that's their league,
everything.
though. That's their league. That's why the ref doesn't call anything.
And the ref played into their hands. That's what drove me nuts about this game, is that San Luis was really just, I don't want to say cheap, but foul-centric, maybe.
I like
No.
the
Right.
Kansas City analogy.
They're
Right.
physical. They're physical, and they work the referee.
Oh, and they worked the game. Everybody on this team worked their tail off the whole entire game.
Well, one thing if you notice, so they were running a 4-2-3-1,
Yeah,
and they
just like us.
no, we were running like the pretend 4-4-2. That's actually a 4-2-2-2 or whatever.
4-1-2-2
Yeah.
3-1-2-2.
Yeah, because the
1-1,
pivot they
2-2.
usually do like Ruiz comes back.
Yeah,
all of them go.
4-2-2-2.
But they were running a really high aggressive 4-2-3-1 where their top 4 players were literally staying on our back line. So
Yeah.
they were trusting their back line and they were trusting their pivots to do their job. And they got in our business in the middle third like all
crazy.
the time. And
yeah,
and that's one of the benefits of that formation. It's that formation is realistically just an aggressive way to play. And you saw that. And you saw like even when there was a counter, like 3 or 4, like they knew that they can handle it and they stayed up. And so they were very, very effective every time we got dispossessed or made a mistake.
Well, let's talk about our lineup. It was a little different. We had Cabral in the back, and then Catran as Vera, Glad, Hidalgo, Gonzalez, Ojeda, Ruiz, and Gozo, and up top Agata and Mark Chuk. And then on the bench,
was that really how it went though? I mean, I
No,
don't know
no,
if that
no,
was
no.
how we really lined up. I think Mark Juke was more on the right wing and Goza was more central.
Yeah,
But-
they
but
kind
whatever,
of
yeah.
roam around. Then
Yeah,
Junka, Luna, Russell, Wolf, Quinton, Anelli, Kirk Vliet. We get that right one day. Marquez, Barea, Henry, and Piol were on the bench. And the game, let's see. Well, RSL scored early, right? It was about the 9th minute.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
pass
They
from-
were kind of beating us up, honestly. And then we finally broke the pressure, right? Like I think your first 3 entries are San Luis shot, San Luis early pressure, San Luis shot wide. They came at us. They brought the heat, and then we kind of got a little combination play. Tell us about that.
So it was a nice pass from Mark Chuk, who found Goza, who sends it in a nice cross that was sent out for a corner kick, and then Ruiz sends in the corner kick, and he finds Ojeda. So they
Just
were just
unmarked.
unmarked. It was a great pass.
Yeah,
from,
did you see the pick?
Yeah, and then that was kind of the goalkeeper was all upset because Gozo was standing in front, and then there was a defender there, and they were in front of the keeper. But then when the pass came in for Ruiz, it was a great pass back post, and there was Ojeda who took it out of the air with his right foot, I think, and
just
put it in the
kicked
back.
it right
And Gozo
in the
just
back
stood there.
post.
He
Really didn't do anything.
And I thought for a second, watching the replay, that they might bring it back, but he just stood there. The other guy was moving him around.
Yeah, exactly. But I was talking about the one where on Ojeda. Ojeda has this really cool deceptiveness on corners. He makes really good runs, and he's really good in the air for how tiny he is. He's not a tall man at all, but he's very good in the air. He's good at seek and destroy, like finds the ball in the air and just goes where it's going. And they've run multiple picks for him in multiple games. Like, we're not giving away ammo to other MLS teams that they don't already know. But Ojeda's pretty deadly on corner kicks. Anyway, we can go off on that. But what a cool play. What a cool run. Ruiz, beautiful ball. Like, as soon as he hit it, I was like, that's a beautiful ball. And as soon as I said that, then Ojeda tapped it in, and I was like, that was amazing. Because I was right there in the supporter section, yelling, screaming.
Oh, yeah, you were closer than us.
Gnashing my teeth.
So, I thought the atmosphere in the stadium, when they scored the goal, I thought, oh, man, this is going to be like 3-4-1 for RSL. And it turns out, not so much.
Nope, because San Luis did not quit.
And I think maybe RSL might have thought, hey,
this might be easy.
This might be easy, and that you could just kind of feel that change in the momentum, and RSL maybe took their foot off the gas and just kind of relaxed, and San Luis just did not give up. And it was, we scored in the 9th minute, and they scored about the 24th minute.
Well, and I think their João Pedro guy that plays up top, that striker, big, strong, burly, throw himself around, knock balls down. But, man, with his feet, he was really smooth. And,
Who was this?
The guy that was
their number 9.
Friends with Catranis.
João Pedro.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about him because that is a number 9.
Right?
He was in everybody's business. He was very shifty. He was really good at possessing the ball. You saw him hold up a couple of times to let his guys go. I
was jealous of that guy. Honestly.
I was like, dude, if Ron Cruz
that guy was on our team,
yeah, man,
we would have killed them.
And yeah, Catranis was all up about him. Like, he was not liking him at all. There was a couple of times where they had a challenge and they kind of fell and they got up, and Catranis is barking at him and he's barking back. And I think there was one time where they got like 30 yards on each other and they're still barking. Like, it was an intense battle with those two.
And he had a nice battle with Glad. But what I liked about it, he didn't seem like he was. It was just like the game.
It was the game, yeah.
Yeah, he's just playing the game. He wasn't. Some of those guys like to get a pound of flesh. And didn't seem like that was.
Can I tell you my favorite part of this game?
Yeah, please.
That it didn't count. It was like in the 50th. Do you have it on here? Oh yeah, 52nd minute. So gets a ball over the top that sees their player beat Cabral to the ball, and it's one of those where it got recycled because Cabral,
he was so offside.
Cabral blocked it or something, and then it got behind him, and Catranis came up and kicked the ball away, and he just turns around and goes, gives up the shush, and I was like, that's amazing.
Where Catranis cleared it off the line, that one?
Yeah, that one, and he just turns around.
There were two where the guy was way offside, and the ref just didn't call it.
Oh, he
and
waited
let
forever.
It play out, and he was 10 yards offside when the ball was kicked.
I think that was João Pedro, yeah.
Yeah, there were two of those, and the guy went wide of Cabral, and then shot it, and Catranis took
that's the one. He turned around and shushed, and I was like, yes!
And the other one was where Cabral stoned him anyway.
Yeah, and then João Pedro kind of pulled up like he was hurt and just laid there like, I don't want to run back.
Gamesmanship.
Right? Gamesmanship.
Well, let's talk about their goal. I thought it was a little bit sloppy defending. Was it a turnover? Was it Ruiz? If I remember, there was a turnover there that saw them get the ball, and they were pushing forward, and Bodie was trying to figure out what to do, and Glad was telling Bodie to get the guy over there.
Glad got caught way upfield.
Hey, doggo!
Glad got caught way upfield, and Vera tried to slide over.
Sorry.
But Vera slid over, and then he thought Glad was back, and so Vera started to slide away, and then they played the ball into
Wait, am I
João
thinking of the
Pedro,
second goal then?
and he headed
The first
it in.
goal. No,
the one where Hidalgo doesn't back off like Glad asked him to?
No, well, João Pedro just got a header, right? He was right at the 6, or maybe just outside the 6, and he just headed it straight.
It looked like Glad was
from the near post.
It looked like Glad was telling him to take the guy, or he was pointing, and Hidalgo was going to the guy that was in the box that was farther outside.
It was all three of them were confused.
Yeah.
If Vera was involved too.
And Glad didn't come up to Pedro, and nobody picks him up, and he's like, right there on the spot. And they send in the header, and
it was a whipped in cross, and there was no pressure on the cross.
And no pressure on the guy in the box. and he sent a nice
He just
slicing
headed it
header.
straight.
Boom.
That's all he had
Yep,
to do.
yep,
was
yep,
just
yep,
head
yep.
it
Okay,
straight.
so this is what happened. So rewatch this, kids. So if you're paying attention, kids, when somebody tells you, aka your best center back, to back off a guy because you're supposed to be a right back, and there is a guy on your right side coming in, so you need to pivot and move out of the way for our guy Glad to cover the main guy. But if you watch this here, Glad is going to tell Hidalgo to cover this guy coming here off the left.
Yeah, see, Glad's right there, though.
No, Glad is right here, right next to João Pedro.
No, Glad was the guy that pushed up the field.
No, he's literally right there, dude. Look, ready to watch.
Yeah,
So
Glad
look-
pushed up the field and then was running back.
So ready?
See what? Yeah, see, they kick it across, and Glad's like way up the field.
Hold on. He's going to send it out.
Oh, that's the other play where
Yeah, hold on.
Where they were
whoops,
wide
I went
open at the
backwards.
top.
I went the wrong direction. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, come on.
We'll edit this part out.
No, we won't. We'll leave it. Okay, Diogo gets dispossessed. Okay,
so Glad's
ball,
way upfield.
he's trying to block the ball. He almost gets a touch. Now watch him. He's marking this guy, makes a foul.
Knocks him over.
Come back. Now look, he's telling Hidalgo to go away.
Yeah.
He doesn't, so since he doesn't, he goes to cover the guy on the left, and then Hidalgo gives space because he doesn't know what he's
And
doing.
Vera's standing right there too. That's what
Right.
I'm saying. All three of them are there, but none of them are
You
marking
can't get
him.
mad at Vera. Vera
Look,
still
they're
has,
all three right there.
because there's no left back. He has to stay in that space. See, look, Katran's
Hey.
is staying up, and look, this guy right here. Vera's
Definite miscommunication there.
by Hidalgo. That's all I'm saying. Your boy.
But
Your boy.
it happened right inside the box, right in the center of the goal.
And if he just listened to Glad, and right when Glad said, hey, go left or go to your right,
Terrible timing.
that
for
body
us.
language, Glad would have stayed going close to João Pedro, and he would have gotten ahead to it.
Possibly.
Oh, no, I put money on it.
So it was a great goal, and like
Anyway.
we talked about, that's the only way you're going to beat Cabral
Yeah.
is sneaking it in the side post. So it's 1-1, and I was really disappointed. At the same time that I'm disappointed in Bodie, the right side of the attack with Bodie and Marchuk was better than the left side with, like you were pointing out, where Agata just wasn't. Diogo had nobody to give the ball to. There wasn't a lot of combination play over on that side.
No, we didn't connect very well in this game at all.
And Marchuk and Bodie did a little bit better on this side, but Marchuk, I don't know what's happened to him. He doesn't have a left foot, and he won't go right, and he won't go left, and he's really
he sent
struggling.
two really good balls in, but other than that, he didn't play great.
And I thought, I think on the second one wasn't on the second goal, Bodie was up top too. I think so. It's 1-1, and then we go down 2-1. When was that? Look it up. It's not my notes.
Probably should.
Well, so while you look for the notes,
So it's 83rd minute, right? San Luis breaks down the left side, cross slices across the box, finding a crashing San Luis player whose point-blank shot is stopped. No, that's not it.
No, that's not it. But one thing, when you bring up Hidalgo, can I see the? Oh, never mind. That's
You want to
fine.
see Hidalgo?
I want to see our formation again, but I can pull it up because I have.
They
the
had
same-
4-4-2, but they just kind of roll around.
Well, so the biggest thing is Ruiz is our central pivot. He's kind of like a center defensive mid. Ojeda was kind of like our organization in the upper third. But what we saw was Gozo being able to move so far, like he was able to go from a very attacking position to a midfield position all the way to a defensive position. They were able to work the ball up the right side incredibly well, and they also were able to work the ball centrally to the right, which was really, really effective. But when you had Agata stays central. He does not like to favor the left. In this formation that we were doing, we were kind of wanting him to be on that left side to favor the center, but he just stayed central. And so it eliminated Catranis from ever being effective because he needs that number, that wing or that attacking player to come back a bit. And you never saw it. And it was a huge, huge issue for me when I'm watching this formation. Because Catranis is one of our better offensive players. He's a really good fullback.
Yeah, he whips that ball in really well.
He whips
Gets
that
it
ball.
really dangerous.
He's willing to dribble. He's willing to cross. He's willing to come back to move forward. He's willing to stay in a triangle pass formation.
He's
to set
really good at mixing up his attack.
Yeah, he's
really good at
He's
that,
incredibly
yeah.
good. But when we had Agata at the top and then Gozo's favoring the right side, it was like we were eliminating a humongous chunk of an upper third that would have really hurt San Luis.
Yeah.
Like really, really hurt them. And you saw Diogo too. Diogo was kind of doing almost the same thing Gozo was, where he was willing to get out of his normal position to help out. And I just did not like that, man, from Agata. Like,
Well, we kept getting countered on. They were countering us and getting in behind us and doing all sorts of crazy crap. And it was like, oh my gosh, we look like we're going to get scored on any second. And they had chance after chance after chance. And this was just after halftime. And I was like, oh my gosh, we look so disorganized. And then Pablo did something he hasn't done for a long time. He went to the bench early and often. And in the 56th minute, he subbed 3 players. Gonçalves, Mark Juke, and Ruiz all came out. And in came Manelli, Russell, and Luna, and the game
brilliant changes.
changed.
Absolute brilliant.
And we pretty much dominated the game after this. And I know we gave up a goal, but we played so much better with those 3 in than those 3 that went out.
You have to be a Russell fan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like that guy absolutely changed the game. It was incredible. Like the way he changed how we move forward. It's like he opened up another dimension to our passing.
Yeah, he keeps finding that pocket, and we hate that pocket. I don't know why it is,
Yeah.
but the guys that normally play hate that pocket of space that's in the, what would you call it, the channel. It's like the channel underneath,
Yeah.
right? And he kept finding that pocket on the opposite side and kept getting open, and then would ping it to him, and he can control it because he's a veteran.
Yeah, he's got
Right?
touch, man.
Yeah, so he's bringing it down and turning quick, and then he can play balls in because he's got really good passing and finishing. But yeah, so
He earned a PK. That was a brilliant move, cutting through a lot of give and go and
him
slices,
and Luna and Anelli,
slice through the
it was
middle.
basically those 3 that earned it. They were
And
the
he-
3 that came on.
And he gets taken down, and so we get the PK after a 45-minute review, it seemed like. And so Luna steps up to take the PK, and thoughts on the PK.
Yeah, so I went and watched that, and from the moment that the PK was called, it was like 62-10, okay? Till the moment we took the PK, 66-23. It was almost 4 minutes. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Like,
because
it was
Catranis
nuts.
wasn't this Catranis
And it
holding the
wasn't
ball.
even, and it wasn't even, they didn't even say this play is under review like they do in MLS. They didn't say that. So if you're just sitting there in the stadium, you're like, this is stupid. The ref has no control over this game. He's letting them do whatever they want. Catranis is holding the ball over the spot. There's 10 San Luis players in the penalty area. It looks like chaos. It's very frustrating from a fan perspective. Like, and this ref called some fouls, but he handed out no yellow cards. So guess what happened? People kept kicking the ball away. People kept shoving people after the play. People kept, and it degrades the game a little bit.
Nah, you can't think that because you got to think about what they would do if the ref were to try to control the game.
Right. So there was that one play where I can't remember if it was Anelli, Catranis. Anyway, we just cleaned the guy out.
Catranis. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it was Vera.
Vera. Totally stopped the
Blindsided.
promising attack. Just
Yeah.
blindsided the guy, decked him almost.
That's what I turned
And it
out. I
was like,
that's
how's
a
that
yellow,
not a
right?
yellow card?
That's
right?
total yellow.
And there were 3 plays like that on us where they just stopped a promising attack, and the ref's like, nope.
Well, also the gentleman
didn't
foul
call a
that
yellow
Catranis
card
had
at
too
all.
on their counter.
Yeah.
There was a lot of letting things go.
There were probably 5 yellow cards in this game.
But to get back to
And-
the PK though, we need to
yeah.
get back to the PK. So
I got distracted by the ref.
Yeah.
My bad.
that is Yeah, if he goes the opposite way, that's an okay PK, right? But I've never seen a PK like that.
Well,
I've
it's
never
part of the setup, right? That whole thing.
Well, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about his quality on the PK. He's hitting a ball with topspin. So
Yeah,
he's
he
deliberately hitting it straight there. It's a pass. It's topspin. He's not putting English on it. He's not curling. He's not getting the toe around. He's not hitting the laces. He's literally shoving it, going upward and hitting it down in that direction. He aimed right there.
Yeah.
That I've never seen before, ever. Every time you see a good penalty kick, what do you see? You see side spin, you see English, you see something where they're disguising their hips when they hit the ball, they're hitting the opposite foot, blah, blah, blah. There's all kinds of stuff. That was not a good PK in my opinion. That was a casual PK.
I think it was easy to read, and it wasn't even in the corner. Like in Justin Glad's in the extra time, at least his was halfway to the corner. It wasn't in the corner, but it was.
But yeah, it was
at least
meant to be
on
there.
its way there. But yeah, Diego Luna, not a great penalty.
And so that kind of had an opportunity to really amp the game up, and we missed it. And so that kind of gave San Luis some life. RSL still had chances. There was one where they got one-on-one, and Gozo had the ball, and he got it to Luna, and he did a spinning move in the box, and there was 3 guys on him, and
Oh my god!
it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
and
he
then,
spins it instead of giving it back. Oh.
and then their second goal, like I was reading, I didn't finish my notes there because they were on a counter, and they got the ball, and it got over, and it was one-on-one with Cabral, and he bounced up to try, and he blocked it with his left hand, I think, and the ball got over him, and then the San Luis guy got around him, and I think he headed it in towards the goal.
Yeah.
And it was Glad just couldn't get there to get it off the line. So that was a dagger, and
at first, from where I was sitting, because I'm in the end of the field, you can't tell offside at all. But it looked like he was offside, and I was like, what happened there? So I went back and watched it, and Vera just didn't hustle. He just didn't hustle to close that play down. He didn't run with his guy. He was like, oh, they got him.
Oh,
and then he was like, oh, crap,
Yeah,
I got to go.
He got
and
his
he was 2
foot
steps
on
late.
it.
and just barely clipped it.
It barely
Yeah.
touched his foot.
And it barely touched his foot, and it went into there.
See, but that's what brought up my
favor,
question
right?
from
Like,
before. That's
yeah.
because I was like, it didn't look like he was trying to stop that ball with everything he could.
Right, he didn't slide or go
He
all
didn't
out
reach
for
very. It was still kind of in his stride. He didn't
Casual.
yeah, dude. That was the one where I was like,
And there was another play after that where Glad got beat with the ball bouncing over him a little bit because he misplayed it.
yeah.
And Cabral just comes out and takes that ball right off his foot. I don't know if he got injured, but I think his hand hurt there.
oh, that's the one where he dove forward for the next challenge. Right.
Yeah.
And Glad was so quick to recover on that he was pressuring when the guy ended up laying it off because Glad recovered so quickly.
You got to give it to Glad in this game. Glad and who's the other guy? Because there's 2 guys that I was like, dude, they're working their butts up. I think it was Gozo and Glad.
Yep.
Both of them literally put in some work. Like Glad especially. Like I was so proud to watch that guy. Like he deserved a finish where it was off of his foot. You know what I mean? Like,
the only thing that he didn't do well was his penalty kick, right? Like, which was saved.
So RSL is down 2-1, and I like their response. They didn't give up. They kept pressing forward. San Luis was still trying to, game the game. Then we get back to John Russell.
And honestly, I could not fathom that this ref was going to give any cards at all in the whole game. I thought under no circumstances is anybody going to get a card.
I was hoping he wouldn't.
Right? It would make it all the way through with no cards at all.
That's what I had my fingers crossed. No yellows,
cards,
no yellows.
no
No yellows.
Yeah.
And then he gave out 2 there in the end.
Right.
but let's talk
90th
about
minute.
the second goal that almost got disallowed by our favorite
Oh my gosh.
Hidalgo.
So two things. First of all, the second ref, the assistant ref on that side, seemed to be off. I don't know what it was. He seemed to be off in his head or in something. He wasn't watching. I don't know what was going on over there. He seemed to be like every time a play got close, he wasn't sure if he had raised his flag or not. So the ball gets played around and then knocked back to Ojeda. Ojeda swings it in, and Johnny Russell makes a run. Well, the defender grabs him, but then realizes, hey, if I fully grab him, it's going to be a foul, so I'm going to let him go. And that's right as Ojeda hit the ball.
It was a free kick.
No.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It was
It was
recycle.
swung back from Gozo.
Yeah, it was a recycle. But
And then he lofted it in, and Johnny started running to it, and the guy kind of pulled him back, and that's exactly when he hit it. So, but I don't know why it took so long.
because Hidalgo was offside. Did you not see that?
On the initial ball in?
Yeah. So Hidalgo,
He was close
But
to
he
being-
wasn't involved in the
you-
play.
Yes, he was. That's the problem. If
Hidalgo was?
if this is an MLS game, that goal is not allowed.
Oh, there's a chance it could be not
There,
allowed.
it shouldn't be
Wait,
because
did you watch to the part where they saw the line, where they drew the line and no one was past the line?
Yeah, I watched the replay like 4 times, and it's
No.
showing. And
Where
Hidalgo,
they drew the line, though, because they did it like 3 or 4 minutes later
so
on the
Hidalgo's
broadcast.
right shoulder is in front of the defender. You don't need a line to see it because you know where the last guy is the guy that Hidalgo's in front of. So Hidalgo has a shoulder off of that front guy.
But everybody's watching Johnny.
Russell is inside. Hidalgo's back door. Defender that puts everybody supposed to be on onside is right behind Hidalgo. Hidalgo's right shoulder is in front. You can't see the defender's shoulder. So that's clear and obvious that he is offside. Now, the ball is curling right to left away from Hidalgo.
Yeah.
Hidalgo lunges for it with his right foot.
No, Johnny run. is the
No,
guy
it was
that did
Hidalgo. So
He
Hidalgo.
lunged for it too?
No, dude, it was only Hidalgo.
No.
See, this is how much you love Hidalgo. This
up-
is crazy to me,
pull
dude.
pull up the video,
What-
bro.
what-
Johnny Russell makes the run and he lunges at the ball.
No, that's Hidalgo, bro.
No, dude. Johnny Russell, crazy cool hair and everything, bro.
Hold on, I don't have YouTube TV, so I got a commercial. 1 second.
You're good. You're good. I got it right here. I got an advertisement about tires.
Continental MLS
Continental
sponsor.
tires. Don't worry, it's only a 7-second commercial for a 30-second ad.
Right, here we go.
See, throw in. Catranis plays it in, knocks it back to Ojeda. Ojeda, so
Pio,
you see where
Luna,
Hidalgo
Hidalgo.
is? That's
Johnny Russell's clear to the left by Ojeda. Do you not see him? They're literally hugging after the play.
That's Johnny. Who's that?
That's Bodie Hidalgo.
That's Bodie.
My gosh, dude.
What?
So yes, it's Bodie Hidalgo who is offside,
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
and he makes a
Sorry,
lunge.
I thought it was Johnny.
No. But here's
My
the
bad.
the biggest thing though is if
can
you
edit that out,
watch
you know.
the goalie is playing Hidalgo.
Right.
That's clear and obvious that he is assuming Hidalgo is going to
He's gonna
touch that
take
ball.
that touch,
and
yeah.
so he gets flat-footed, and then the ball goes past him. And that's a VAR. That's a no goal. Always and forever, that's going to be a no goal.
But if you kept watching, 4 or 5 minutes later on the broadcast, they actually showed the line when he hit it. And the line when he hit it,
He was on?
onside.
Oh, see, that's okay, maybe, but still.
Because I sat and watched it after. I'm like, they got to have an explanation for this somewhere. And the broadcasters didn't have an announcement for it. And I was like, what are they doing? There's no explanation here. So I kept watching. And finally, they showed the line. And they were like, hey, here's the yellow line. Here's the red line. And here's the defender.
I would love to see that.
The defender kind of like grabbed him and stuck his foot back when he grabbed him to slow his momentum with his arm. Or Bodie probably would have been offside. But the announcer said Johnny Russell, so that's why I was thinking Johnny Russell. But it was Hidalgo, you're right.
Yeah, and so
So they showed the lines. He was not offside, and the goal was valid.
That's good.
but it also took a long time.
Took so long. And by then you're like, what is happening?
So then RSL did keep the pressure up, and we get back to my Johnny Russell. I remember I misremembered, but late in the game, you got the in stoppage time. You've got the veteran, the tough veteran. He gets the ball clear over on the right side, dribbles up and around. He's not.
Yeah.
He's going to take this game on. He's going to show these kids how to do it, and works his way up to
All
the
the way
corner
around
of the
the
box.
left, yep.
Corner of the box, gets himself fouled, gets the free kick, and you're thinking, man, we're going to Club America this. We're
Yep.
going to get that last second goal,
And
we didn't.
Diego kicked it right into the wall. Again, trying to do too much. And they cleared it out, and then we took the throw in, and that's what led to the goal. Just give it to Ojeda. He has 3 goals in 3 years and has 2 in 1 game.
And then,
that's,
It was
just give it to Ojeda.
Wasn't that the one where the free kick? Oh, it was later in the 99th minute when the ball came in and Piol
Oh my gosh, dude! I literally was
on the bike.
Oh, dude, my heart dropped. Oh my gosh,
Dude,
this guy.
he's gonna get one of these.
He's gonna get one at the most
his only
pristine time. No, it's not. Stop saying that, pessimist. So
Well-
it's honestly it came out of nowhere, and that was what's so brilliant about it because
Right.
he's like there's another RSL player, San Luis, and
He just goes for it, bro.
It's just far enough in front where they can't do anything really.
Yeah, so
but
they
the
just kinda
bicycle
bump.
kick is like honestly like the
It's
only
on.
option.
Yeah.
And dude, he's like what, like that far from the post? Like he
Yeah,
almost
2 or 3 feet.
He almost makes this game a highlight for like the entire freaking Leagues Cup. Oh,
Yeah, that would have been cool.
that would have been really sick.
It would have been cool, and RSL would have walked away with 3 points, and they'd be in 4th place right now, and we wouldn't be talking about the disaster that was the penalty kicks.
Yeah, they
yeah.
were a disaster. That's enough said.
Vera missed,
And
Glad
dude-
missed, Russell scored, and they all made theirs.
Well, dude, but then also Cabral almost blocks the first one. Like literally, he pauses after because he's like that one.
He got his
could-
hand on it.
Yeah, that could have been mine. He guesses right the next one. I don't think he guesses right on the third.
No, it was the 4th
Third one he went wrong.
The third one he went wrong.
No, I think it was the last one.
Last one he went way wrong.
No,
He went the wrong way.
He went right. He went the right way every PK in the American game and this game until the last one.
To the last one. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
crazy.
The guy
That's
is
crazy.
is just great. So RSL with 2 interesting games. One was more exciting than the other. They had the opportunity to really make a mark in this Leagues Cup, but unless, like we pointed out, 47 teams don't win in the next round, and RSL, I mean, so we'll see
So
what they
don't
do.
cheer for MLS teams in the next round.
Yeah, don't do it.
Or do. Or don't. Or do or don't. So
Not if you're an RSL fan.
frustrating week that ended with the 2 games. We'll see what they do on Wednesday. But like we said, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it, having the different clubs come in. I like the atmosphere that they bring. I thought it was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
The different fans were really cool. Thought it was funny they kept showing the 7 San Luis fans. All 7 of them kept showing up on the jumbotron and stuff.
Well, there was plenty of them too. So, but
they
not
just
it
weren't.
was-
They weren't together. Is kind
Yeah.
of my
oh, okay.
point. You know,
And it
They were
wasn't
kinda
like
scattered throughout.
Club America, which was on a different level, even
Yeah.
for RSL. I mean,
It
that's-
was
that's
kind of
a-
cool.
A great thing to aspire to as a club. So, anyway, we should have done better. We didn't. So now we'll see what happens on Wednesday. Are they going to send in the scrubs, get some playing time, give some guys some opportunity that might not? Maybe Rowan will be able to get in there and make his debut.
Hopefully, we can
Rowan
see
Cruz.
Berea because I want to see Berea get some time because that guy's been working hard with the Monarchs. Who's the other? What's the other guy?
Wolf.
Wolf. Oh yeah, that's the one.
Get T Wolf back in.
I love seeing him because that guy can do stuff. Like, why isn't he starting?
What about our guy that's not afraid of sharks?
He's gone.
He's gone.
I know.
Sad.
Sorry, lost
Oh,
it.
and also Axel Kai
Yeah.
said
Axel-
goodbye.
Yep. Yep.
He's,
Yep,
yep. He signed at 14, I think, years old. I think they said he is 14. Is that
No.
verified?
No, he's
They're not
16 or
sure.
something like that now.
They
He
was
signed at 14. He's been with the club for 6-7 years.
No.
No, he's been at the club for like.
like
Well, I think
three.
he's been in the
Because
academy.
he's still not 18.
Hold on, let's see. Axel Kai.
Anyway.
But, you know, he's
Good luck to him. Hopefully
Good
he
luck,
figures it
yeah.
out. And just want to say, thank you for listening. We
17 years old.
We kind of yammered on and on about these last 2 games. Lots to talk about, but please follow us on all the social media. Subscribe to YouTube. You can go check us out on Hooligan dash soccer as well.
on the network.
Lots of places you can find us, and we'll say thanks for listening.
See ya.
Ciao.